No idea.
4 Lotus Petals, 1 copy of Reanimate. Once again, I have no idea why there's only 1 Reanimate. That's what's going on here. 4 Shallow Grave. Probably a better Reanimate. Reanimate's the top card of your graveyard. So that's pretty good reanimation spell. 1 Tendrils of Agony and 3 Unmask. Unmask, good card. Seen a lot in Black-Red Reanimators, especially with like the Chancellor package, being able to do a lot of disruption turn 1. And then, Tin Fins, if you've been listening, is Esper Colors. Jacob's playing 1 of each basic, 3 Undergrounds, a Tundra, and a Scrubland alongside Fetch Lands. So it's an Esper colored, janky Grizzlebrand deck that just has. I don't know where it's better than regular Reanimator. I have no idea.
Yeah, no idea myself.
I don't even know if it's better in this matchup than regular Reanimator. Tendrils of Agony seems like a cute card. If you can do a small Tendrils, just gain like 8 life.
Those basics, by the way, are going to come in handy against Burn.
4 Price of Progress.
4 Price of Progress hanging out. Jeremy, by the way, on the draw.
Okay.
Probably already a rough start, considering Jacob could kill on turn 1 or 2.
As we discussed, Grizzlebrand being a 7/7 lifelinker is pretty good. Even if you're not doing the Tin Fins plan to Tendrils them, it's pretty good against Burn. When you're slinging some bananas at your opponent.
There's an Entomb on turn 1 for Jacob. Probably
seems like that's grab a Grizzlebrand.
Probably going to be a Grizzlebrand. No expert, but Grizzlebrand seems pretty good.
Shocking. No, we're looking at a 7/7 lifelink in the graveyard against Burn.
He's at 19, though.
Ooh, almost dead.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Now, we go back to Jeremy the second, who is playing a complicated deck.
Complicated deck? You seem to like this deck a lot.
It's pretty hard. I mean, you have a bunch of burn spells and some burny creatures.
Looks like they're not quite editing the dice yet, so we may see them actually figure that out, especially Jeremy, who cares a lot about those life dice and where they stay.
Jeremy might just, be 2-0 right now and just not even care what's going on.
Yeah. I'm not really sure how the... we'll look and see how the brackets fly after this, but definitely both players probably looking up.
Is that a Sulfuring Vortex? What is that?
That does look like the Vortex.
Ooh, if you can get that down. If you can.
This deck looks to be pretty foil, if I can tell right. Oh, there's an Arid Mace in play. The glare is a little bad there, but that is an Arid Mace.
Got a Goblin Guide.
So if you have a Goblin Guide, are you slamming it here? What else are you doing? Seems like the card you want, right?
I don't know what else you're doing.
It's the best turn 1 play in Burn, but Jeremy seems to not be so sure.
Jeremy's giving a lot of pause for a Burn player.
Yeah, you said Burn doesn't take too much thought. You're usually throwing 3 damage spells at your opponent.
Come on. The Goblin Guide's always right. 100%.
Jeremy fetching one of his 10 basic mountains.
What if he gets another island?
Seems correct.
What if he gets another land off this and that helps him win?
I don't think that's what's going to matter.
Or he gets a card deeper if he flips a land.
I think there's a Grizzlebrand in graveyard, and you probably just want to start getting damage now.
I mean, you never know. Jeremy might be thinking about that.
Looks like both players now at 19. Life dice are now correct.
There's probably some Burn player at home that's been to GPs and opens with Burn who's like, yeah, you would 100% don't play the Goblin Guide. You don't want him to draw.
I don't know. I must not be very good at Burn then, because I'm 100% playing this Goblin Guide every time. We'll see.
Jeremy doesn't even play Burn very often.
Maybe he doesn't have a Goblin Guide, but I thought I saw one.
No, he does.
We see a Suspended Rift Bolt. Very interesting.
Maybe
he's just trying to get more damage in.
The card. It's not going to get more damage in, though.
This looks like it's Shallow Grave, maybe? Shallow Grave is a 2-drop, right? I think it is.
I have no idea. I have probably had 1 Shallow Grave cast on me, ever.
And it's a Goryo's Vengeance. That only gets a 7/7 lifelinker until end of turn, but it does allow Jacob Simmons to get an attack in. It does not have Vigilance.
He's at 12 already.
Oh, he's just drawing 7 before even attacking. Goryo's Vengeance does give haste, right?
I guess.
I think I like attacking first. But, this is exactly what Jacob wants to do. He wants a Grizzlebrand in play on the now and to start doing the Tin Fins thing. So what Jacob's looking for here is any free mana, things like Lotus Petals. You really need that to get the whole Dark Grit chain started. Jacob draw 7 more. This seems pretty aggressive, but he still does have an attack. Children of
he's just looking for one more thing, and he just has a kill or something. Anybody can give an Emerald haste.
The thing about going for a turn 2. Oh, so Jacob does have a land drop, right? So he can get the white to cast Children the first time.
Yeah.
But Jacob really just wants a lot of free mana here. He really needs to get the chain started.
Yeah.
You see, here's the attack for 7. Jacob going to go back to 12. Jeremy down to 12 as well. Jacob going to go ahead and slam dunk that pace 7. Having drawn 21 cards this turn, we're really going to get to see if Tin Fins can just win here. I'd be very shocked if they can't.
Yeah, he's going back to 5. If he can't, then he's
Here's a blue
Probably
black
dead.
land. Dark Ritual, I suspect. Storm count is 1 for the record. Something we
No,
need
no, no.
to
He's
check.
got pedal.
Oh, sorry, Storm count 2, now 3. Dark Rit,
Wow.
Entomb. All right, let's see what this is gonna grab here. Dark Rit plus Entomb, gonna grab a Children of Corliss. So there you see it in the graveyard. This is actually a line I didn't really think of too much. Thought they were just gonna cast it. Turns out reanimating it, definitely a good plan. A reanimated Children with sacked is gonna allow Jacob to draw 21 more cards.
Yeah.
That seems like that might be a winner there. A winner, chicken dinner.
In Jeremy's defense, him drawing an extra card, like maybe the matchup is so hopeless that you really don't want to give him that extra card and actually get to.
I can't help but think it can't
get
be
to
that hopeless. Think if Jeremy
I
had been on
think
the
you
play
just
here and had
want
an
to get.
Eidolon.
Yeah, I think you just want to get to Eidolon and want to get to Sulfuric Vortex. So it may actually be a wrong decision to attack with Goblin God on turn 1.
Right, maybe just
It
like
may actually. I don't know.
I have no idea myself. But we're
I
going to see
don't
Jacob.
even
Jacob
want
no
to.
longer at 5.
Yeah, I don't even want to adjust his life total. He's at like.
He's at a virtual 5.
Yeah, whatever. Wherever he's at, he's at. I don't care.
This looks like I'm no Tin Fins expert, but this looks like that may be the kill. Jeremy probably asking here exactly what's supposed to happen. Not many people terribly understand Tin Fins anymore. It's
Yeah,
not the most played
you
deck.
have the deck list. You just sorted your opponent's deck and still have no idea what's going on.
That's how you know you're playing against a Tin Fins opponent.
You're like, what's this guy do?
Yeah.
I have his deck in front of me. I have
And
his list in my hand. I still can't.
There's a bunch of
figure it out.
combo cards I see in Legacy all the time.
Meanwhile, Jacob, he probably has no. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm just drawing cards, man.
I've played Grizzlebrand before. They normally don't draw these cards
I
off.
just want to draw 7 cards. Is that asking for so much?
Is it 13 now? Probably doesn't matter at all.
I don't think he's at 13. I think he's at 12. He's at
12.
13 right there.
Yeah, okay, so he's at 12. So
I think so.
he ships the turn back.
Uh-huh.
His opponent goes 3 to him.
I don't think he's shipping this turn.
He goes to 9. And he goes double bolt you, fire blast you.
I'm no expert.
Okay.
This looks like this may be a reanimate. No, it's a Dark Rit.
What is he doing?
He's got a
Ruining
Dark
it for
Rit.
us.
There we go. Looks like we got a storm count there. Tendrils. Is this 10 spells? I suspect that's 10 spells. So it looks like he didn't even need to cycle the deck to make infinite mana. He just shot him with tendrils.
Turn 2 win.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, if you are a standard or limited player, there's something you're not used to.
I promise. This is what Legacy. That's the thing that happens a lot with newer players. They all think that's all of Legacy, right? Is that like you get to suspend your Rift Bolt turn 1 and die. But we just watched 2 rounds previously that both almost went to time, of just like raw, grindy dual lands and fair spells.
So we go to the sideboard now.
Let's assess the sideboard.
I'll talk about Jeremy. We got 2 Ashen Rider, 2 Exquisite Firecraft, 2 Pyroblast, a Searing Blaze, Smash the Smithereens, Sulfuric Vortex, Surgical Extractions, Volcanic Fallout. If you're in Jeremy's seat, I think the Surgical Extractions are going to be great against all
like
this
a slam dunk.
reanimation shenanigans. The Sulfuric Vortex, if you ever get it down, is going to be very good against Grizzlebrand
Absolutely.
and Children of Coral Ice or whatever. Pyroblast can stop the cantrips, but
Yeah, I'm not sure that's doing enough. Notably, it does stop the show and tells post board
Yeah.
that Jeremy does know about, so there's some justification there.
yeah, I don't know if he even wants to bring. I don't know if Jacob wants to bring those in because the Exquisite Firecrafts are probably good. There's 2 force and there's enough bad cards that I'm about to point my attention to in the main deck of Jeremy's deck that he's going to want to get out of there. And then the Ashen Riders, if you think Jacob's gonna bring in the show and tells, or you could bring them in.
Right.
I don't know, but in his main deck, I think Price of Progress. First of all, you're dying in the first couple turns.
You still think Press
Like-
is very good.
If Jacob doesn't even play around it, it's a Boros Charm at best, because he's going to try to kill you with only
Yeah.
2-3 lands.
Yeah, they have 15 lands in the deck. And he has
So I can't see Price of Progress being that good. Searing Blaze is just a total dud.
Bro, you Searing Blaze the Grizzlebrand. What's the
You
problem?
can Searing Blaze their core Koilos. It's
sacks. I think
sacking.
it's second
Is that-
response.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
I don't know. Let's look at what the Children of Corliss does exactly.
No, I want to know how does Searing Blaze work.
It still does the damage, so you can
So
target.
does damage. Okay, because I thought with a Fulminator, you
I
can't
don't
kill your
think
own
if they're
stuff.
activating Children of Corliss for winning this game, because they just gained the 3 right back because the trigger's on stack.
Oh yeah, no, you're still dying. No, 100%.
It is a time spiral common. That
You're still
costs 1
dying,
white to cast.
but you have enough. You have enough outs. You have 3 Searing Blaze and 4 Price of Progress that are probably bad. So you got like 2 Exquisite Firecraft, Sulfur Virotrex, 2 Surgical, and you still leave in 2 Price that are hopefully Boros Charms if Jacob doesn't play around it. Whatever.
Right.
Jacob's side.
All right. On the side of Jacob, we have
Chip it back.
2 Defense Crits, 2 Dread of Knights, 1 Elish Norn, Grand Cenobite, 1 Pithing Needle, 2 Reanimate, 2 Serenity, 3 Show and Tell, and 2 Surgical Extraction. So, on Jacob's side, I mean, I think we're still kind of on the, like, this
One
matchup's
of
great.
Reanimate is worse than the,
I think
something?
I want...
I don't know.
Geez, I'm not sure I want anything. Like, yeah, Reanimate allows you to be a little faster, but does cause you to lose life. And there is maybe some merit to Show and Tell, like being able to just cast a Show and Tell and put a Grizzleband in play. You don't need to do any cute tricks.
Yeah, I think
Just
Show and
kill
Tell
him
is
dead.
more for people that are bringing extensive amounts of graveyard.
Yeah,
hate,
you know there's 2
not
surgical
2
extractions coming in.
surgicals.
But, like, realistically, there's just not much else you need to change. So if I were to sideboard anything, it would be maybe I'd be looking at 2 Reanimates, maybe 3 Show and Tells. Honestly, there's some merit to Serenity.
I don't even know what that card
Serenity
does.
is 1 and a white. It's an enchantment that I think during your upkeep, basically you have to like wait a turn, I think, and it destroys all artifacts and enchantments. Let me go ahead and pull this up, but basically that'll catch the Sulfuric Vortexes and the Eidolons.
Okay. So maybe that over like Reanimate and something. I don't even know.
Probably over the Force of Wills, to be honest with you. I just don't think the Forces are. I mean, like you're basically having a proactive answer versus a reactive answer. So if you're going to bring them in, I feel like you bring them over that. You want to at the beginning of your upkeep, destroy all artifacts and enchantments. They can't be returned. No,
I don't think Jeremy was.
no Golgari Charm in this Eidolon today.
Jeremy wasn't doing that anyways.
But so I mean, that's like
Jeremy's
if I were to
probably-
sideboard, I would be thinking about maybe do I want some Serenities for his enchantments and artifacts that he may be bringing in. Although honestly, if it were me, I think the answer is no. I think I'm bringing in probably the 2 Reanimates for the 2 Force Wills and shipping it. I just want to get him dead.
Oh, so you want the Reanimates?
I just want to be
No
fast.
forces.
I want to slam a Grizzlebrand into play and just say F it. I don't even want to draw cards. I just want to throw Grizzlebrands at their face.
You're on the draw here. Yeah. Turn 2 Grizzlebrand or turn 1 Grizzlebrand is probably.
It seems like that's the
I mean,
recipe
I was
for being a bird
joking
deck.
earlier. Like, if you have Inquisition into Tarmogoyf off perfect mana, you could probably beat a bird deck. If you have a 7/7 lifelink on turn 1,
Yeah.
you could probably beat a bird deck.
Absolutely.
You could race them, and you're gaining life while doing it.
You gain life.
That's just
that
too
seems
much.
like the formula.
That's too much. They can't handle it.
So that's kind of my perspective. Like I just want to be the fastest combo deck. I do this when I play Show and Tell. I just cut a lot of the like iffy stuff. Although I leave Forces in for Show and Tell for different reasons, but like I generally just want to be the fastest combo deck I can be. So I cut a lot of the fluff. Sometimes cut cantrips, stuff like that. Just
Yeah.
Stuff I just don't need. I want to just get them dead.
Yeah, is there merit to cutting maybe some of the cantrips here because of Eidolon?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, well, the problem is you don't play any like ponders or anything like that. You don't play any ponders.
Oh,
you
you're
don't,
not
you
even
don't play any
playing
preordains.
Ponder?
No, they play
What's
4
going
brainstorm,
on?
4 careful study.
This is such a weird deck.
It's not.
Combo deck with no ponders? If you told me there's a combo deck with no preordains, I'd be like, okay.
And then I mean, I'm slam dunking the tendrils because
ponders?
darker tendrils is like a plan. I think. Like, gain 6, they lose 6. I'm in.
Yeah, then you put a Grizzlebrand afterwards.
Yeah, like you just can't lose.
Jacob's mulliganing. Uh-oh.
Uh,
I don't think
how this
think
deck
Jeremy
mulligans.
did.
Well,
Jeremy didn't, so he's probably got like a surgical or an Eidolon.
I mean,
hanging
yeah, like
out.
I'm definitely mulliganing to a
Like,
surgical
yeah,
if I'm Jeremy.
Jeremy, you have to have a great hand to like be like, snap off my 7.
Or maybe Jeremy's just like not even worried about it. He's just like, dude, I'm just gonna sling burn spells and hope that gets there.
Maybe he just.
Both players, it appears to be at 19. I don't know why Jacob's at 19 right now.
Oh, he's getting hit by
Is that a Swiss
no,
Bear?
it's a Goblin guy.
It's a Goblin guy. He should be at 18.
It's an Emrakul on top.
Emrakul on
Is that a
top of his
mulligan?
library.
It's a mulligan, right?
It depends if you brought the Show and Tells in or not. And actually, Gora's Vengeance can't put an Emrakul in the play.
Oh my goodness, this deck's so wacky. That's probably why they use him over like other shuffle effects. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can actually
You can cast him too with that like infinite mana thing.
Oh my goodness, it's so weird.
It's not normal. What is happening here?
Jacob missed his land drop.
Jacob missing his land drop. Wow. Maybe merit to mulliganing lower, or maybe it's a disciplined keep. I don't know. I don't know anything about.
I mean,
Tin
it
Fins,
could be
but
he has like Lotus Petals and maybe he just like needs 1 mana source
Yeah,
or something.
it's
I
like a
don't know.
land to put a Grizzlebrand into play.
If Jacob finds a way to lose this match.
I mean, I don't know. I'd like to see. I think it actually doesn't get too bad for Jeremy Snyder post board. You know, getting actuals to the surgical, and you still have those enchantments that are really good in the matchup.
Yeah, maybe it is.
You get to cut a lot of dead weight.
Oh, if he has Eidolon here, he didn't mulligan at all. Come on.
Come on, it has to be an Eidolon, surely. And an Eidolon would probably just seal it up.
Oh,
That looks
no.
like not an Eidolon.
It's a Swift Spear.
So Spear plus a burn spell. I told you, he's on the get him dead. He does not care. Don't need no hate.
Well, he's about to. He's got Jacob at 15, about to swing 4 more.
I think they're correcting life totals here. We had mentioned he was already at 18 because of the Goblin Guide not being Monastery Swift Spear on the lead. So we should be, after life totals are resolved,
Get him.
should
Yeah,
be.
that should be 4, as long as he remembered his trigger. There's a Chain Lightning, really sweet.
He doesn't even have to announce his
3.
prowess trigger until it's relevant to the combat, so he's still definitely good. You should definitely see our opponent down to 4. That's
Jacob
a Brainstorm.
is in trouble, too.
So if you have a Lotus Petal, you're Jacob, right? Do you Lotus Petal Brainstorm?
Yeah, probably. If you find a fetch land, no, he's just moving to discard.
Discard. Is that a Grizzlebrand?
Is that his plan all along? That seems so bad.
That seems like a pretty bad plan. Because the only 1 mana one is Reanimate, and I'm not casting that.
So, in all honesty, Burns a pretty insane deck in Legacy because you have Fire Blast. He could be dead this turn.
Oh, easily.
Jacob could
Absolutely.
easily be dead this
Just
turn.
like,
There could be just like multiple burn
I mean,
spells.
there's a lot of things to do it. Multiple creatures plus Fire Blast, multiple burn spells plus Fire Blast. There's just so many things to kill Jacob here.
Yeah, honestly, if he just has 2 spells, like if he has what, bolt, that's 6. He's dead with 2, 3,
Is
3.
this the Sulfuric Vortex? I need this to be a Sulfuric Vortex.
Can't tell.
No, it's either a Firecraft or a Vortex. Looks like a Vortex, which gets a prowess trigger. No, it was a. Is that a
Rift Bolt?
Rift Bolt? Sure.
I don't think that does it.
It does 3 plus 4, 7 puts him at 3. It doesn't look good for Jacob. He's got to get a Grizzlebrand into play like now, and I still don't think that wins. Well, there's that Underground, see?
So he found a land off the Goblin Guide.
Yeah.
If he can get the Grizzlebrand into
Hey,
play
look at Jeremy
with
Snyder taking care of lights off for
Torios.
us. Reanimate. Can Jacob actually even cast the Reanimate there? I wonder. Like, no, like legally, can he cast a Reanimate? Obviously, Jacob did it as a joke, but I'm always super confused on like things that kill you. I think you can. I think you're legally allowed to cast Reanimate there.
Does
Because
it
you
say
don't-
pay life?
No. It says you lose life equal to this thing after you reanimate it. So I think you can because, but I don't know. You can't cast Thoughtseize at 1 life. Huh. That's something we'll have to look up later. Maybe the Twitch chat when we look back we'll have an answer
Yeah, I
for
don't
us.
know.
But anyways, moving to the sideboard again. Anything you want to change for game 3? I think both decks kind of are pretty central on their plan. Looks like Jeremy Snyder's at least
So I
considering
think both
something.
players that last game, I think Jeremy, on the average case, like sure he got the game there, but I think he needs to mulligan a little more aggressively. That hand he had there doesn't beat, like if Jacob,
Well, you don't know if he had a surgical or not.
okay, if he had a surgical, I don't think he did though. I thought I saw like enough of his hand. I didn't see a black looking card.
I don't know. I have respect for the like my hand can like has a chance to get him dead by turn 3, and like pressuring Tinfin's life total matters a lot when you're trying to Grizzlebrand activate. Like pressuring life total matters, and
Maybe you just have to keep a reasonable burn hand and pray.
because like you're probably not winning the game if you're just mulligan and miss, right? So
I think
mean,
you at least
on
go
the
to
play,
6.
on the play with a good burn hand. I think it's hard to say no to that. Now on the draw, I'm much more likely to try to find me some surgicals and stuff. But like on the play, I think I could
In
be definitely
Jacob's
talking
spot, I
about a
have no
potential
idea
turn 3
how
kill.
Jacob kept that hand. Like,
I don't know. We saw him mold at least 6, most likely 5. I assume Jacob's hand has got to be like great. Like we saw.
otherwise, yeah, just like
Yeah.
needs a land. He's hoping the Goblin Guide will help him out.
Yeah, if Goblin Guide helps
You
him
know,
out
it is
there,
a
he's
30s
actually in great shape because he can move to discards faster than just reanimate.
Yeah, he's in great shape if a Goblin Guide comes up, but he didn't hit a land, and then it was too late at the end, and just forced to concede.
Right. So, but it looks like Jeremy Snyder is making some changes here for game number 3 here in round 3 of our round robin. I don't know, maybe Snyder just like didn't board in all the hate and was on the like all in on the like we're gonna get a dead plan.
Yeah, maybe when he's on the play, he just feels like confident enough in his ability, just like hopefully Jacob stumbles a little bit, and I'm just gonna have a good solid burn hand.
Yeah.
And
just
now
a
that
good
he's on the
burn hand to
draw,
beat him. You wanna
now
interact
that he's
a
on the
little more.
draw, he's like, okay, I need some of this stuff, or I'm gonna lose.
Right. I am very surprised though. I think if I wanted a good burn hand against 10 Fits, I would definitely be slam dunking some Eidolons. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm surprised that Jeremy did not have a turn 2 Eidolon in that hand.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised. Like,
that
I was
card
pretty
is
surprised he snap kept to 7. When he's on the play, doesn't even know Jacob's mulliganing. Unless Jacob mulligan before Jeremy, showed.
I didn't get a
Which,
chance to see that super quick.
yeah, I mean, you can't tell because verbally
Right.
you can't really see when somebody acknowledges keep. But this is just something I noticed, like, players do too often all the time is they will be on the draw and say whether or not they're keeping it.
Well, I don't know. From my experience, it hasn't influenced mulligans too much. I think I've had it matter when my opponent did that like twice in my life. And I have a fair amount of competitive Magic. Like,
For some odd reason, it seems like it matters for me like all the time.
really.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do play like a lot of black,
Well,
black
yeah,
discard heavy.
gets much
Like
better on
anytime somebody's
mulligans.
like mulligan, and I'm like, I got a thought seize, like this is gonna get, or a Liliana. I'm just like,
Yeah. This has a higher chance of just actually just
this is
taking
gonna
cards.
matter more.
Right.
Like just the other day, my opponent mulliganed on the draw, and I had like a sketchy hand with Liliana, and I knew he was either on Titan Shift or Burn. That's like the only two decks he plays. And if he had like not mulliganed, I would have
Right.
probably pitched
Well,
my
I'm
hand.
definitely in the habit of waiting, but like from when my opponents do it, it's very rarely influencing my keeps. And maybe that's just like a testament to counter spells being different than discard spells, as well as like proactive decks. A lot of times it just doesn't matter at all. Like
Yeah,
if you're pulling mulligans or not, like your hand keep's gonna be your hand keep because you have a proactive plan. And that's it. Like
yeah. There's times like if you have like a 5 land, like let's say you have like a 5 land hand,
right.
and it's like you're playing Shardless Bug maybe, and you have like 5 lands. Your only two spells are like Hymn to Toraka Liliana the Veil, and your opponent's just like you're on the play, and your opponent's like, yeah, I'm gonna pitch this, and I'm gonna be like, you know what? I might actually keep mine. Tar Pit tapped, go him
Right.
you Liliana.
Gotcha.
Try to like it's I don't know.
So I can't tell if players are taking a mulligan here. I think we're just
I
shuffling.
think they're
Jeremy
just
might be
shuffling.
on a mulligan. Well, Jacob's not moving at all.
I
It
think
looks
he
like.
was. Well, I think it's because he was taking a while to reboard.
Ah, sure.
Jacob's actually just presenting his as well. This is Ninja Turtles over here. What's going on?
No, that's from that's from the Gigabytes Legacy Quarterly. We went to that, right? Me, Jacob, and a few others, and they had playmats they were giving out from some art that somebody down there did. It's a shop out of Atlanta. It's a really good shop. We go up there a lot. Lots of Legacy. If you guys like Legacy, like what Legacy does, they stream.
If
I
you're
think
watching
Tusk
this,
Vision.
you're probably like Legacy.
Yeah. So yeah, they stream on Tusk Vision. They're a little degenerate down there, but the shop's overall a good shop, and I enjoy playing Legacy down there. But they had this mat because they had the Modern one day and Legacy the next day. So we went down and we played in both tournaments. And if you played in both, they gave you this mat. Now I don't really understand this mat. There's an Arcbound Ravager you can see on the top.
Oh, is that
the
what
top
that
left? Yeah,
is?
that's an Arcbound Ravager. But the turtle is just a turtle, from what I understand. I talked to them and I was like, "Is this like supposed to be a Sakura Tribe Elder? Like, what is this?" I'm like, no, it's just a turtle.
That's a stretch.
Dude, I was trying to come up with something. Okay, I was like, "What's happening? Is he holding a black lotus? Like, what's happening here?" And he's like, "No, it's just a turtle."
Is that a Lotus-ish thing?
Dude, I don't know. I also have one of these mats. I played it on a long time.
I could not have told you that was an Arcbound Ravager.
But I don't think it's Ninja Turtles. But it's just a random turtle with a happy Arcbound Ravager. But,
yeah, that Arcbound Ravager looks really happy.
He's
There's
happy to
not
be here.
even any artifacts around. He's just
Well,
overly
that could
happy.
be a black lotus. That's an artifact.
Oh, so he's gonna eat the Black Lotus.
Yeah, I mean,
Get
dude,
a little
stack
bigger.
your black lotus, make your Arcbound Ravager bigger. I'm in.
He is looking over there. He wants to eat something.
I mean, I understand. I sympathize with that. I too wish to eat something.
I could eat.
I could definitely.
Meanwhile, this is the Days Invocation.
Spellpierce.
Spellpierce.
Get it for playing modern opens. Or modern classics, obviously. Actually, that art is so sweet. I wish that was the artwork for the Forcible Invocation. I might actually like the Forcible Invocation if it was. But it said, like, Spellpierce, Days, and Counterspell all got sweet invocations.
The
and then
Invocation
Forcible was ugly as
borders, though.
hell. I mean, yeah.
What are we
Invocation
playing?
borders are
We're
pretty
playing
terrible.
Magic. I don't know what.
Yu-Gi-Ohs.
Were they both on 6?
I can't
I think
tell.
they're both on 6.
They're both
I think
on
this
6.
favors Jeremy.
I think mulliganing definitely favors
Oh,
the not
gosh.
combo deck.
Gosh.
The,
Come on, Jeremy. Get him.
I don't think I've ever seen you rooting for Burn before. This is a wow. What an interesting spot we're in.
I know, right? Dude, come on. Actually,
like-
I really shouldn't be rooting for Burn because if Burn can beat combo,
He's just gonna win this
everyone
tournament.
should play it.
Well, I mean, it can beat combo. It just doesn't consistently beat combo. Like not having
we
force
can't
hard.
we can't let people at home think they should play it
That's
because they beat a combo deck. This matchup seems like it should be terrible for Burn.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine it's great.
By the way, I don't know if he said that explicitly.
Yeah, I mean, well, we've mentioned the power level of a 7/7 lifelinker
We've been
against one mana
joking.
deal 3.
We've been joking, but this should be like a terrible matchup. Like I would think the average case scenario, Jacob is just about to, maybe end a turn brainstorm into.
Oh, one of our players just gave us fries. Sorry for the abrupt cutoff, but I mentioned I could eat, and one of our players has fed the commentators. Never feed the commentators.
This wasn't a very large amount of food.
I mean, it's free. Are you complaining right now?
Yeah, we're doing work right now.
You see Jacob grab the swamp playing around Price of Progress. It may or may not actually even be in Jeremy's deck.
But average case scenario here, I would think Jacob is probably like 30 or 40, maybe even way higher to just like win the game right now.
Entomb? You bring a scene Entomb here? I think it doesn't make any sense. No Entomb. Just fetch on instep. Filtering maybe? Maybe Jacob has a land heavy hand. Doesn't want to draw more lands. Sweet foil basic though.
Jeez, nothing again.
Nothing again. If we see an Eidolon here, we may be in business.
Yeah, I think Jacob needs a mulligan more disciplinedly. Like honestly, I think
we don't know. You could still have something going on.
Maybe.
I don't know what it could be. Like Gora's Vengeance is 2 mana. You could have like Entomb. I don't know. The fact he doesn't play a cantrip or anything is interesting to me. I don't know what. I mean, I obviously haven't played in 10 fins very much, but I don't know what that would signal to me if I see my opponent on 10 fins, typically a fast like Reanimator style combo deck. Just go turn 1 land go, turn 2 land go. Like I know he didn't board into a control deck.
Maybe he's got a.
I think
here's the Eidolon.
Yeah, this has to be an Eidolon
because he didn't even trigger. Yeah, this is an Eidolon.
That smells like an Eidolon to me.
Now maybe
we'll see if Jacob responds here with like some kind of Entomb or something.
Oh, jeez, is Burn gonna get this?
Take Careful Study an instant?
I don't know. Oh God, he didn't do anything.
Nothing at all.
Oh no.
You might be right. This seems like a loose mulligan because right now what I've seen, I don't know. I think I would cast most of these things. Maybe not Dark Rituals, mana stuff like Lord Spells and Dark Rituals, or creatures.
He's shipping it back.
Oh no.
Jeez.
Wow. I don't know what we're looking at, but it does not look good for Jacob Simmons here. The Grizzlebrand deck perhaps being taken down. That smells like a lava spike.
You gotta pitch those hands. This is brutal.
-2, -3 total. I think we've had a fetch from Jeremy this game. And that looks like another burn spell. Once again, hurting Jeremy Snyder, but I think maybe it's doing a little more damage to Jacob Simmons.
Yeah, we're about to see a swing
3
for
5
over
to 6. That means no Grizzlebrand activation for you.
Yeah, you can't activate Grizzlebrand, and there's a very likely chance that even if Jacob puts a Grizzlebrand into play, Jeremy's going to be able to just double
shoot burn spells.
He's got 2 cards in hand. That could be any combination of 3 damage burn spells. This game, Jacob right now I think is looking for like a collective brutality.
A collective brutality would be incredible. Just like it pays for itself. You can discard your Grizzlebrand. You can kill the Eidolon. It has what you want. And a ship back from Jacob. That looks like that may just go ahead and lock things up. Let's see if Jeremy has like anything. If Jeremy isn't holding on to 3 lands that aren't Barbarian Ring, does he even have a Barbarian Ring? No, he does not. Sometimes you see him play Barbarian Ring. But
maybe like he could have like Surgical in his hand.
So here's something I want to talk to you about while we're just sitting here. Legacy Burn, right? Plays 10 mountains. Do you need to play 10 mountains? Why not play some of these like deserts from Omnicat that Ramonette Red's playing in Standard? Let you turn your lands into burn spells. And that's the way Burn loses, right? You take too many draw steps, and like you're only playing red sources. You literally play fetch lands to filter. So like you're already kind of doing terrible things with your mana base. Why not? I mean, you can play colorless lands. They don't cast your spells. I understand that, but they deal damage. And then you can sack them with Ramonette Runes.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about this afterwards. I just want to. Well.
Oh wow, there's the handshake. What did he have? Just all mana? Yeah. Wow. There's a reanimate Gora's Vengeance. He just had no way to get a creature into the graveyard.
Maybe.
It looks like our Jeremy once again holding on to just like Fire Blast and Burn spells. He don't even need Surgical. Burn just beats combo.
I don't understand.
I mean, you should be happy.